again. Welcome to another episode of Art Stuff with Gambit. I'm Gambit. Today, we are going to practice some facial expressions. Um, it's always good to once in a while refresh your memory with them. That way, when you are drawing a comic book on your live stream, you don't end up making a silhouette of the character so that you don't have to draw the expressions. So yeah, today we're going to talk about face expressions and how I handle them. I also want to show you guys the drawing that I from last week from the game Helldivers. Super fun game. But let's get on with it, right? Let me change the camera. I'm gonna take a few seconds, okay? So bear with me. You know what I need to do? I need to have a another camera setup. That's what I need to do. All right. So I'm gonna turn off some lights here so we can get a better view of the. There it is. Bam. That's what I needed to do this whole time. Let's turn off those LED lights that we have here. All right. So, or not. Right, remember to follow my Instagram page is Gambit Sync, and my everything is Gambit Sync. My TikTok, my that one's better. My Instagram, everything. Anyway, so here's the finished drawing from that game Helldivers. Let me make this thing a little bit uh, brighter because see if that works better. There you go. I think it's still a little bit too bright. Let's see if I zoom this in. How far? Yeah, there you go. So, what were we doing? Oh, we were going to work on facial expressions. That's what we're going to do today. So, first things first, let's create a new. Haha. I need to actually select the pen that the brush that I'm going to use. There it is. Okay, as always, I'm going to try and do some warm up stuff just to loosen up my arm and my hand. Let's make this interesting. Different angles. This is just for warming up. You know, you see these posts, everybody, oh, these artists posting. I mean, I'm guilty of doing that too sometimes. Post a full drawing, and go like warm up sketch from this morning. Come on, that was not a warm up sketch. Stop it. You want to know how I know? Because I know I do the same thing. All right, let me continue this here. Let me do that with a cylinder. Why basic shapes? Because you use these basic shapes for almost everything. Um, it's good to know them. Good to know how they react with perspective when you force it like that to make it look like it's coming towards you. The closer to you or the camera, the viewer, the bigger it is. That's why when you are, stupid thing, you're going to draw something like a character pointing at you, you want to make that hand be at least, this is the, to be almost the same size as the head, if not big, if not bigger, you know? That way it gives the impression that it's coming towards you. You know, that's it's called force perspective. But you guys knew that already, right? I don't know who is this dude, but he looks cool. So now that I have this badly drawn dude, these words. Now, this is a warm up sketch, a really bad one. All right. You go like this. I want you. So stupid. All right. So we, like I said earlier, we're gonna work on facial expressions today, just because I want to practice with them a little bit, practice them a little bit. Um, we get so we get wrapped up in what we're doing on our daily days, on our daily days, on our daily life, and it's one of those things that you should always find time to practice. You know, that way it's like any other exercise. You know, the more you do it, the or any other skills, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. All right, so let's start with. So the best way to do this is that you take a bunch of selfies, making a bunch of weird faces. It's not that uncommon to have people, artists, have a mirror next to them when they're working. Uh, that way they can make faces, you know, when they have to draw it, when they have to draw a facial expression, especially if you're working with a, if you're doing sequential art or comic book art where you have to, you know, where you, facial expression is important. Same if you're like an animator or something like that. So what I'm trying to do here, it's capture the initial uh, expression as simple as possible. Uh, I want to be able to read with just a few lines, to read what I, the expression that I'm trying to show. I want the reader, or you know, to be able to read it with just a few lines. Um, the less lines are possible. This is a really rough sketch, obviously. Uh, and once I have that one expression, let me put the, because he's really excited, right? That's it. This is what you need. Yay. Sorry. Once I get the, at least the basics of this expression, you know, you can start adding details to it. But this is not what we're going to do right now. I just want to practice these expressions, right? We're not gonna go super detailed with them today. This is just an exercise for haha, I fuck it up. Fuck it up. This is where they are. There you go. So don't do that. Don't do that to the teeth. That's horrible. Horrible. Anyway, there's that one expression. Put this one here to the side. You know what? Let's do something. This dude is really excited. I wonder why he's so excited about it. About. I know. He's going to see someone he likes. And he just got the confirmation text that they're going to go to the movies. And he's excited. No, this is because the order, the Uber Eats order is on its way. That's why he's so excited. He got the notification. This is the same face that I make when I am when I get that notification. Oh man, no, do not like that. I'm gonna cheat here with this one. Check this out because that's why we have the. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted to do was copy and paste it. That's what I wanted. Bam. You're not cheating, my friends. You are taking advantage of the tools that you have at your disposal. You see, you have to take a few pictures of your face and then you go to town. Not on your face, on the drawing, using your face as a reference. Your picture, the picture of your face. All right, enough of that. All right, so we got this. Let's see. The ear here. To be careful, because if you put too many lines in that face, it's gonna make him look old. And we don't, I mean, it depends on what you're going for, uh, what you're going for, of course. But if you don't want your character to look too old, you don't put too many lines. See, like right now, I'm putting enough lines there to be like, oh shit, this person has a few years on him. So be careful about that if that's not what you're going for. Hey, look at that. We don't need to give him any hairstyle or anything like that, but some expression lines here too. Look at him, so happy. It's a really big eyes. So there's this rule in animation that I try to apply to my work as much as I can. It's I mean, I wouldn't call it a rule, but it's something that I was taught when I was starting to learn how to draw in one of those books that I got. It was an animation book or something like that. Man, dude, hairline would be like here. Anyway, so the rule I'm trying to that I'm mentioning, I don't know exactly the name, but it's that you see this is the you stretch and you squish, right? So what does that mean? It means that when you're working, well, not like that. This would be like this. So it's shrinking. Anyway, that's not the point. The idea is that you can, stretch and as you need it to, right? So a more it's don't be afraid to exaggerate those features. It's what I'm trying to get at. Like he's really happy, uh, but if you want to give it a more cartoonish look, right? You make sure you stretch that, and you make sure that is a really big smile, right? I don't know what I just did there, but you get the idea. See how very simple, right? And you see, and you think, so how does the squishing the thing would would work? Where, well, if I'm doing, let's say, this other expression, a different expression, let's grab a different one, right? And I want to make this person a little bit more angrier, right? Instead of stretching like this one, instead of doing this thing and stretching that, see how it looks? Aha! Right? So, again, using the best out of your of the tools that you have in front of you. There you go. That line does not go there. So for the other expression, I'm gonna have him to be a little bit more mean looking or angry. You know, this is like the easiest expression to make when you're a comic book artist. I think every character I created when I was learning how to draw was an angry had an angry expression. That's why it's important, that I'm so sorry, guys. It's very important that you know what you know your expressions well, or at least as best as possible. Be able to express that to express that. Oh my god, what's wrong with my? I'm so sorry. Anyway, so back to this. So this one we stretch. With this one we're squishing that to get that mean. Jesus Christ. Mean expression. Instead of this one being like, which would be another expression. That's Michael Keaton's Jack Nicholson's Joker right there. Like, but that's not what we're going for with this one. Instead of being extending the cheekbones like this to the side to make him, look like he's uh, laughing maniacally, we're going to have him Dude is angry. You know why he's angry? His Uber Eat just canceled. The upper lip, you always want to make it a little bit darker than the other one because if you have light coming up from the top, that would be how it would look. Top one will be casting shadow. And again, some lines for to make sure that you don't erase them by mistake, like I just did. This feature for the you see how this thing changes? It's because it's going from the brush to the eraser. And it's annoying. It's a great feature, but it's annoying because I like to move my pencil while I'm working. Oh, now it's not there. It is. And every time I'm drawing, suddenly I end up erasing by mistake something. And it's just annoying, you can always hit undo. Let me reduce the size of this mouth a little bit. There you go. There you go. Just black the eyes out. There it is. A bunch. I was gonna say a bunch, and I didn't finish my sentence. Bunch of hairs for the eyebrow. Angry. Nah, it's more mad than angry. Man, this is really exaggerated. So when I am drawing for the webcomic, this is us where I have to draw myself. It's an excuse to draw myself. It's not an excuse to draw myself. I draw myself because it's the easiest one to draw. Anyway, so when I'm drawing myself for the for the webcomic, I take I just take pictures of myself. Oh my god, if I say myself one more time. And take a bunch of selfies, and that's what I use as a reference. So you can tell there's a bunch of things that I changed the angle on this one so that it looks like he's looking up a little bit because now I'm going to oh no. If I wanted to make a perfect circle, well, not a perfect circle, but if I wanted to make that really round, I wouldn't have been able to do it on purpose. Remember to draw the nose from the angle, the correct angle, which is something that we should practice at some point because holy shiitake mushrooms is really annoying trying to draw. I don't like that bit of a tilt that I got there, so I'm gonna go back to the oh no, that looks really really bad. If we want to, oh my God, good now. can add. No, let's just like that. This is when you get that nude on in an unappropriate time. I mean, it's not that it's inappropriate. It's that you're working or you're doing something and you open your phone and oh shit, oh, and you get that surprise face. Again, I just want to be able to get that expression real quick. I don't. My intention is not to get a bunch of detail right off the bat because that's not what I want. I want to get that expression fast and that you're able to read it. Right? My God, I'm doing these eyes really big and I'm not liking it. When did that happen, Gambit? Oh, oh. By the way, this is the picture I'm using. Yeah, yeah. Don't think that I'm doing this off the top of my head. Nah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can pull it off, but oh my God. Again, Gambit, again. Let's do this again. There it is. Bam. Oh, you want this to be at the edge of the nose. This one, I fail in this one. See? Bam. That's where you want it. Listen, trying to draw faces is, or hands for that matter, anything that has to do with anatomy, it's a problem. So now, since what I did was copy and paste, I could tell now that the eyes were kind of looking the wrong way. So you want them to be not centered, but you don't want one eye looking this way and the other eye looking this way because that's not what we're going for. All right, let's move on to the other one. Again, let's delete the excess lines here and this one's here because we don't need that. That was to give you an idea. So if you notice, this one and this one have a very similar shape, but they're two different expressions. But they're not that different one from the other. Oh, somebody's watching you. Let me reduce the size on these other two. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you. Beating your foot's here. Ah! All right. Let me do another one here. Another. Another. All right. This one's easy. Again, it's another one of those where trying to draw someone angry. It's I'm pretty comfortable with doing that, so I feel like I'm cheating. This is just so that we get all of them. This dude is mad. Somebody, somebody is watching over you. Somebody's watching you. All right, let's continue with this. With this one, I want to. By now, like I said, I'm kind of comfortable with this expression, so now this one's kind of easier for me to work. Or so I think. Now I'm gonna be same thing happened last time. Hair on that eyebrow. All right. It's not what I wanted. See, this is the importance of doing the guidelines that you put so that you don't end up doing what I just did, you know, spending time on something and then realize that you're doing it wrong. Wow. Right. So we got the. Let me cut this chin a little bit because that dude has like a really long chin. This is the lower lip. Do. Right. Let's do the cheating thing again. No, that's what I get for trying to cheat. Like, ah! See, I can tell you right now, many things wrong with this drawing. Let's start with moving this thing just a little bit here. And doing the same thing with this. There's a symmetry tool in this thing in Procreate that we can use and make my life way more easier. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it as try to use the tools that I have at my disposal as best as I can. But I also want to be not cheat my whole way out of the drawing. Not that using the thing is cheating, but I like for the purpose of the exercise, I like to do it that way, right? Without having, oh my God, when you need it to do the thing, it doesn't do it. Hey, angry dude is angry. And if you want, to change that, like for example, he's saying something, you go and just and now it looks like he's screaming. Ah! See? That easy. All right, let's try and do another a different expression. One that's not angry. This one looks like shit. All right. I do not like how this looks. So I'm going to go back to that layer. Again, this was just supposed to be an exercise to get what I need. That's better. It was just too big. But you want to always be able to, one, be able to read it easily and, get it right or as right as possible. As right as possible. What does that even mean? Okay, let's do another expression that's not angry. Let me see what I have here. Okay. Uh, did I open a new? No, I did not. Here it is. New layer. Bam. Chuma. Yeah, get the eyebrows right. Yeah, I was talking with my with a one of my cousins that's also an artist. She was having trouble with one of her paintings, translating that uh, what she had sketched into oils, and it wasn't, wasn't looking how she wanted to. And it, it got me. Let me zoom in this a little bit here. It got me thinking about how we feel while we're making a when we're doing a painting based on a pencil drawing. Like if you give me a piece of paper and a pencil, I'll make a drawing. I'll make a really good sketch. But the moment I try to paint that, it's a process. It takes long. It's frustrating most of the time. Mostly because I don't know what I'm doing. Um, but it it got me thinking that sometimes we don't see in the paper what we see in our head, and we get frustrated, and we can do one of two things. We can keep fighting it until we get what we want. See, that was one of those moments where this thing changed. Until we get what we want, or we can let it tell us where that painting wants or drawing wants to go. You know what I mean? I have an idea of how I want this to look. I mean, I have this function and I keep going back and forth. Anyway, we can let it tell us where it's going. We can. Oh my God, I keep doing the same mistake. Uh, we can let the painting tell us where it goes and how it wants to look, or we can fight it and try to give it what we see in our head. And sometimes you have to just let it go and let it tell you. Let it say, no, I want to look this way, and trust that process. I'm not saying that you're not in control of what you're drawing. That's not what I'm saying. But just instead of fighting that one thing that's bothering you about the process of your work, instead of getting angry about this thing not looking like I want it to look, I can just let it happen. I don't like those eyes, so I'm gonna erase them. I'm gonna put them more like this, so that it looks like it's looking at you instead of looking up. There you go. Bam. So if I were to put a, you know what? Let's give this to some character here. Let's turn him into something since we're at it, right? Oh, that's horrible, Gambit. Let's see, erase this thing. Mhm, 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 mhm. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. All right. Let's put some shadow underneath that nose. Right. So we know where at. Bleh. A little bit of shading here too. Shading here. Do-do-do-do. Right. Is this really bad? Got a light here. Let's give him some eyelashes because why not, right? Hmm. Oh, sweet. I have a comment. Let's see. Ooh, do board. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Hint, hint. I was gonna do some sad stuff. Let me. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Come on. Let me resize these things a little bit more so we have got more space. Definitely to find a way to make this camera not be in the way when I'm trying to draw. You know. Anyway, let's get back to it. Another one. Gonna make it like this. Bored. Damn. Bored is such a blank expression. I think. I think it depends on 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 how to draw it. But doing a board one, that one that of all the pictures I took, that's the one that I don't have, my friend. But I'll give you a not impressed one, which all kind of all look the same right now. This is so sad. Ba-ba-da-da. All right, let's try this one. This would be the closest to being bored, I guess. You know, we can always, if you want to express something, and I want to try and do it with just the facial expression because that's the exercise of what we're doing today. But sometimes we have to add hands. We can add not sometimes we can add hands. That'll all depends on what you're trying on what again what you're trying to express. I'm trying to not animate too much this one because this dude is bored. So right. Mm, dude is a little bit sad. He's hungry. He's not sad or bored. He's just hungry. You see, so this one is not that different from well, it's pretty different, but it's very similar. If I was going to raising the excess of lines, okay, this one goes a little bit more. I have a little bit of an angle. You see more of this side of the face than this one, instead of like all of these that I try to draw it from the front. So I have to make sure that I account for that angle. She's the devil. Ooh, she the devil. Mm, 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 mm. Again, the lips here, the nose, right? And too much can be too much, too long. This one is too big, right? So we have this dude. It's kind of bored. Wow, you can always add, like I said, hands to add to this expression. You see, really bad hand gesture here. It's horrible. Ooh, she the devil. Let's do the second gambit. No, he's just sleeping. There you go. So you see that his eyes are open and not passed out. And make sure that you don't, do that mouth too big, because shading here. Put some shading here and there. I think next week I'm gonna try to do some. We're going to practice some lightning, some lighting and shadows. Not lightning, but light and shadow. That's the word. Luces y sombras. Yo pongo la luz aquí. You see, I can do stuff like that. And now we know. And knowing is half the battle. The other half is extreme violence and laser guns. All right. Okay, let's do something different with this exercise. Let's do another expression. That's not different, Gambit. I know that's a joke. Guys, don't pay attention. All right. Mm-hmm. I call bullshit. No, like this. If I wanted to be more meh, stretching it to stretch. Oh my God. Yeah, embuste, no te creo. This is what this face says. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Something along these lines. Mm-hmm. But if you want him to look more like instead of mm-hmm, uh, instead of mm-hmm, to mm. You know what I mean? We do is that we're going to, let me change that, and I'm going to go like, yeah, do, do, do. You see, you make it just go up a little bit, and it's more like mm-hmm. You know that look. Thank you, Ronnie. So just move this one here. Let's put it here. We have a few more minutes for another one. Let's do another one before I have to call it quits for tonight and go home to play some Hell Divers. No, I have to cook first. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything. No, that's a lie. I had nuggets earlier today. uh, I had nuggets today. What? Or I had nugget today. Yeah. So stupid. Oh my god, Gambit, shut up and continue drawing. You are so stupid. Now I'm having too much fun with these stupid drawings. Anyway, let's try another one before we head out, right? Let's try that. Let me see if I have something that's fun. That's not just me with a mean face again. Yeah, I think all of them it's me with a mean face. So let's try something with a little bit of a, once you get used to drawing these facial expressions, right? You should try and then draw them in different angles, right? Like right now, I'm trying to see how we see more of the side of the face. This is the side of the face. Bam. It's a nice, right? Okay, so now that we have that, we know where we want to go with this. This is where I'm going to put the ear. Immediately go for a skull. So easy. Oh, that's why I like drawing skulls. They're so easy. Anyway, let's do this. One more expression before I head home. It's a real big mouth, Gambit. Just like you. When you're smiling, you stretch that the size of your lips get, you know, change. When you're making an expression, any kind of expression, your whole face changes, of course. That's why it makes a different expression. But you have to make sure that you keep that in mind when you're drawing because you don't want, for things to, you want for things to look flat, right? You have to know when, what not to draw, and and how to draw it and make that. That's horrible. Anyway, this is the lip. This is supposed. Let me. I don't know. I like that. It looks like that meme, the dude with the big chin. So I'm gonna do this thing that we can do here, bam, where I can just. Mm, mm, mm. Right? Mm, 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 mm. Oh my god, it's like these drawings got worse and worse the more I kept drawing. Again, the idea was to just capture, you know, the the gesture that you can read the expression, even if it's badly drawn like this one. Just keep at it. You know, you raise and you do it again and you do it again until you get what you need. And if you don't like what you see, you can either fight it like I am doing now, just keep erasing and drawing, erasing and drawing, erasing and drawing. Or I could be just, you know what? This is where it wants to go. Let me put some hair on this dude. Let me put him some good sideburns because he looks like he's a dude that would have sideburns, right? And some hair here. Bam. Let me get that one down. I do not like that. This dude, I do not like him at all. Something's not right, but it doesn't matter. There it is. I just had that. I just needed to tweak the angle a little bit. There it is. A little bit better. Anyway, here we have some few expressions. Thank you guys so much for staying with me this whole hour. I hope that it was as entertaining for you as it was for me. Let me change the camera here real quick so you guys can see my face one more time before I go home. So, next week, next Tuesday, 6 p.m., same thing. I'm going to work on lighting and shadow, lights and shadows, practice a little bit. Maybe we'll be able to do something that will help you, with your process. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have ideas or things that you would like to see me draw. Um, and I'll see you next week. Remember to go follow my Instagram page, it's Gambit Inc. It's all down here, that banner down there. And see, follow my Instagram, Gambit Inc. Check out my merch store, gambitsyncredbubble.com. I think they have a discount right now, so go check it out if you want to. You can see some of my art put on t-shirts, stickers, prints, whatever. It's a bunch of products there. Thank you. I'll see you next week.